Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are exploring the cardiovascular system, often referred to as the engine of life. This remarkable system powers our bodies by circulating blood, delivering crucial oxygen and nutrients to every cell, tissues, and organ. Without it, life wouldn't be possible. Now we're diving into our lessons objectives to prepare you for our upcoming presentation. Our aim is to help you fully grasp and engage with the material. First, you'll be able to understand the structure and function of the cardiovascular system, including the heart, blood vessels, and blood circulation. Second is for you to identify the causes, signs, and risk factors of common cardiovascular diseases and disorders. And lastly is for you to apply the knowledge of the cardiovascular system to promote heart health and prevent cardiovascular diseases. To begin with, what is cardiovascular system? So cardio means heart and vascular refers to blood vessels. The cardiovascular system is sometimes called the blood vascular or simply the circulatory system. It consists of the heart, blood vessels, and blood. The cardiovascular system is responsible for delivering blood to different parts of the body. This system is crucial for sustaining life and maintaining overall health. Next, we have here the function of cardiovascular system. The main function of cardiovascular system is to transport oxygen and nutrients to cells and remove waste products like carbon dioxide. It also helps regulate body temperature, maintain fluid balance, and support the immune system. In essence, the cardiovascular system is vital for keeping our bodies functioning properly by ensuring all our cells receives the oxygen and nutrients they need to thrive while efficiently removing waste products. The cardiovascular system also demonstrates how different parts of our body work together smoothly. It's like a well choreographed dance, ensuring everything runs smoothly in our body. The three components collectively form the cardiovascular system. It's the heart, blood, and blood vessels. First is the heart. It's a muscular organ located in the chest that continuously pumps blood throughout the body, carrying oxygen and nutrients to your organs and tissues and taking away waste products like carbon dioxide. The size of your heart is nearly equal to the size of your fist. Let's examine here how blood flows through the heart. The heart has four chambers, two atria at the top and two ventricles at the bottom. The atria receive blood from the body and lungs, while the ventricles pump blood out to the body and lungs. First, the right atrium takes in blood carrying carbon dioxide. Second, blood is squeezed down into the right ventricle and taken to the lungs, where oxygen replaces carbon dioxide. Third, oxygen carrying blood from the lungs enters the left atrium. And lastly, blood is pumped into the left ventricle and starts its journey again throughout the body. Another role of the heart is more than just pump blood, but also in regulating the body's overall function and maintaining homeostasis. It helps keep our body balanced and working properly by sending oxygen, nutrients, and hormones everywhere they are needed. It works together with other parts of our body to keep us healthy and strong. The heart's rhythmic contractions, controlled by electrical impulses, create the heartbeat, which ensures the continuous circulation of blood and supports bodily functions. So remember, the heart never stops working. It works non-stop, beating around 60 to 100 times per minute even while we sleep.
Blood is the fluid that flows through the cardiovascular system, carrying oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and waste products. So it has four main components, which are red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma, collectively performing functions such as oxygen transport, immune response, and clotting. The red blood cells carry oxygen, nutrients, and wastes. Platelets gather at the site of injury and help the clotting process. White blood cells fight diseases and protect the body from infection, and the plasma straw-colored liquid where the other components float in. So without the blood, the cells and tissues would not function at their total capacity and would begin to malfunction and die. In the cardiovascular system, blood performs several critical functions. First, transportation. Blood carries oxygen from the lungs to the body's tissues and carbon dioxide from the tissues back to the lungs for elimination. It also transports nutrients, hormones, and waste products to and from cells. So the blood transportation involves movement of oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and waste products throughout the body via the circulatory system, which includes arteries, veins, and capillaries. This network ensures the delivery of essential substances to cells and tissues while removing metabolic waste of excretion. Next, regulation. So the blood helps regulate body temperature by absorbing and distributing heat. It also helps regulate pH levels by buffering acids and bases. So the blood regulation involves the coordination of various physiological mechanisms to maintain a stable internal environment. Key processes such as hormonal control, neural feedback loops, and organ interactions work together to regulate blood volume, pressure, and composition within narrow ranges to support overall health. Next, protection. Blood contains white blood cells which defend the body against pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Platelets help in blood clotting, preventing excessive bleeding when blood vessels are damaged. Next, nutrient distribution. So, blood carries essential nutrients such as glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids to cells throughout the body. Additionally, these nutrients are carried with the plasma component of blood and are delivered to cells where they are utilized for energy production, growth, and repair.
Blood vessels or tubes or channels that carry blood throughout our body. Their function is to deliver blood to the organs and tissues. The blood supplies them with the oxygen and nutrients they need to function. And also, blood vessels carry waste products and carbon dioxide away from your organs and tissues. We have three types of blood vessels, and these are arteries, capillaries, and veins. Each one of them differs in size and structure. Arteries are the main blood vessels that carry and transport oxygenated blood or oxygen rich blood from the heart to the other parts of the body. They are the strongest blood vessels with thicker walls and are muscular in nature. So it consists of three distinct layers, which are rigid, thicker, and highly muscular. They are located deep within the body and are red in color. These blood vessels are with high pressure and move in a downward direction from the heart to the body tissues. They handle a large amount of force and pressure from your blood flow, but don't carry a large volume of blood. At any given time, only about 10% to 15% of your body's blood is in your arteries. The next one is capillaries. So these are the tiny blood vessels that have thin walls. Oxygen and nutrients from the blood can move through the walls and get into organs and tissues. It also takes waste products away from your tissues, and capillaries are where oxygen and nutrients are exchanged for carbon dioxide and waste. And lastly, veins. So, unlike arteries, veins don't have to carry highly pressurized blood, but they do have to carry large volumes of the oxygenated blood back to your heart. Thin and less elastic walls help them to handle high volumes and low pressure. Most veins have valves that open and close. The valves control blood flow and keep your blood flowing in one direction. About 75% of your blood is in your veins. Always remember that each type of blood vessel has a unique role in the circulatory system. Artery carries blood away from the heart. Capillary assists in the exchange of substances between the blood and tissues. And lastly, vein carries blood back towards the heart. Just a quick recap, the circulatory system delivers oxygen and nutrients to the body.
while also removing waste. Heart is a muscular organ that has four chambers. It pumps blood around the body, while blood has four components: plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. They carry oxygen, nutrients, and wastes. Blood vessels has three types: arteries, veins, and capillaries. They serve as a channel for the blood.
Identifying cardiovascular diseases and disorders. So, what is cardiovascular disease? Cardiovascular disease is a group of diseases affecting your heart and blood vessels. These diseases can affect one or many parts of your heart and or blood vessels. A person may be asymptomatic or asymptomatic. So, cardiovascular diseases are the leading cause of death globally, taking the estimated of 19.9 million lives each year. CVDs are a group of disorders of the heart and the blood vessels and includes coronary heart disease, cerebrovascular disease, rheumatic heart disease, and other conditions. Signs and symptoms. Cardiovascular disease symptoms can vary depending on the cause. Older adults and people assigned female at birth may have more than subtle symptoms. However, they can still have serious cardiovascular diseases. So these are some symptoms of heart issues. Number one is chest pain or angina. Number two is chest pressure, heaviness or discomfort, sometimes described as a belt around the chest or a weight on the chest. The third one is shortness of breathing or dyspnea. The fourth one is dizziness or fainting. The last one is fatigue or exhaustion. And also, here are the symptoms of blood blockage in blood vessels through your body. Number one is pain or cramp in your legs when you walk. The second one is leg sores that aren't healing. The third is cool or red skin on your legs. Number four is swelling in your legs. Number five is numbness in your face or a limb. This may be only one side of your body. And the last one is difficulty with taking or seeing or walking. Risk factors of cardiovascular diseases. Risk factors for cardiovascular disease are particular habits, behaviors, circumstances, or conditions that increase a person's risk or develop cardiovascular diseases, including lack of exercises, unhealthy eating, smoking, diabetes, age, and family history. So, the non-modifiable cardiovascular disease risk factor cannot be changed, including person's age, family history, sex, and ethnicity. And also, the modified cardiovascular disease risk factor is can reduce or controlled with altered behavioral, including smoking, physical inactivity, diet, and also obesity.
Now, we will able to discuss the cardiovascular diseases. And there are many different types of cardiovascular diseases. And one of these is the valve disease or the heart valve disease. So, as the heart muscle contracts and relaxes, the valves open and close, letting the blood flow into the ventricles and out of the body at alternate times. So, valve disease, it's the tightening or leaking in your heart valves. When we say heart valves, it's the structure that allow blood to flow from one chamber to another chamber or the blood vessel. So, blood disease has a three types. This can be regurgitation, or also known as backflow or is insufficiency. It occurs when a heart valve does not seal tightly, allowing blood to leak backward instead of flowing forward through the heart or into an artery. And this can lead to an inefficiency in pumping blood to the body.